Hi friends! So today I'm going to show you how to make a raw vegan cheesecake. So you might wonder, what is a raw vegan cheesecake? Well, so this cheesecake is not going to be put in the oven. We're not going to bake it. So hence the raw part. And the vegan part is we're going to use cashew instead of actual cheese to make this cheesecake. You might be surprised. This cheesecake tastes amazing, and I encourage you to try it, and you can impress your friends and family with it. So basically there are two parts to this cheesecake. First we're going to make the crust, and we're going to put it, you will need a springform pan and a food processor and also a Vitamix. And the ingredients we're going to make the cheesecake today is a hazelnut chocolate cheesecake. So you'll need to soak about 1¼ cup of raw cashew, and this will probably yield to about 1½ cup of cashew after soaked. So you want to soak the raw cashew for overnight or 8 hours. So here's the raw cashew after soaked, and these nuts here are almonds and hazelnut. We're going to use it to make a crust from. And I have a cup of hazelnut here. I'm going to use to make some hazelnut milk, but you can also buy hazelnut milk from the store, or if you can't find them, you can always just use almond milk or other kind of plant-based milk. And I'm going to be using some hazelnut extract to help enhance the flavor. So before we start making the crust, actually I want to start making some hazelnut milk. So if you're going to make this at home, you want to use about 1 cup of hazelnut and with 1 cup of water. And we're going to put this in the Vitamix and let it blend. And after I let it blend, you want to let it just soak in the water for about 5 minutes, so the hazelnut flavor can really be infused into the water. And now we're going to make the crust. So I'm pouring the almond and hazelnut into my food processor, and I'm also adding about 3 to 4 chopped dates. And I'm going to add a good pinch of salt into the food processor, and then about 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And I'm going to process this. Don't forget to add the cacao powder into the crust mix. After you process about 2 to 3 minutes, this should be the consistency of the nut mixture. Pour the nut mixture into the, I have put parchment paper in this springform pan. So I'm just gonna pour all the nut mixture into the springform. And you're going to hand press this nut mixture into the springform, and the date is going to create just enough stickiness to hold the crust together. So I'm just going to spread all the nut mixture evenly at the bottom of the springform pan. I'm going to use like the palm of my hand to just lightly but firm and press into the springform pan. Now the crust is done, and I'm just going to set this aside, and we're going to start making the filling. To get the hazelnut milk out, I'm using a nut milk bag. I'm going to pour the hazelnut milk mixture into this bag, and I'm going to squeeze the milk out and leave the pulp inside this bag. You should be able to get about 1 cup of hazelnut hazelnut milk out of this. So now to make the filling, we're going to add the hazelnut milk that either store-bought or you made, and also the soaked cashews, and maple syrup, hazelnut extract, and also cacao powder. And one more pinch of salt. And blend. Blend the cheesecake filling for about 2 minutes or until smooth. At the end of the 2 minutes, add coconut oil and blend it a little bit more. When the cheesecake filling is done, slowly pour into the springform pan. Now you have poured the filling into the springform pan, and we're going to put this in the fridge and let it set overnight. After the cheesecake is set, decorate it with berries or your favorite toppings.